I think I speak for the entire world when I say that I'm really happy to know that you were drumming again on this album.
Yeah.
Because last year we had heard that you were going to stop drumming.
Yeah. Well, I can't drum, actually. I mean, I had to tape the stick to my hand to do this stuff. I turned up at the studio thinking I wasn't going to be able to play, started to play, and the stick flew out of my hand. And at that point, I had to tape it. But I can't feel the end of my fingers. You know, I've had various operations done. And it was on the Genesis reunion tour. Something happened to my neck and my arm. Maybe independently, I'm not sure, but I can't grip the stick.
Oh, wow.
So I'd probably, you know, and maybe in, you know, a year's time, maybe I'll be lucky. But at the moment, I can't play at all. But to be honest, you know, I've done it all my life, so I felt like I've been there, done that. Now I'll do something else. I'll get a real job. My dad always
that drumming
wanted
thing,
you know,
that was just part-time for a while.
Didn't work out.
What's your biggest rock star moment? Like, when were you just like, oh man, I'm gnarly?
Oh God, I don't know. You know, it didn't. You know, I don't want to sound like the old guy at the party, you know, but like it happened so gradually.
So there was never a moment ever where it was like you, Paul McCartney, and Michael Jackson just high-fiving each other and laughing at the rest of the world?
Yeah, we did. Those kind of moments. So, you know, I played a lot of charity shows, you know, for the Prince's Trust, for example. The last one I did was the Queen's Jubilee, and that was at Buckingham Palace in the Gardens, and I was the house drummer. So I played on everybody's stuff except for Brian Wilson's and McCartney's. And it was like 30 years of pop music, you know. It was from Cliff Richard, who doesn't mean much here, of course, but through Tom Jones, through Shirley Bassey, through Steve Winwood, through Joe Cocker, through Queen, it just went, and through Eric Clapton. You know, I mean, it was the best 2 weeks of my life, just sitting there. You know, Ozzy would come in, we'd do Paranoid, you know, thank you very much, see you tomorrow. You know, it was fantastic, you know.
The drum fill for In the Other Night's probably the most famous drum fill ever of all time. It was, you know, in Miami Vice, it defined Miami Vice. Mike Tyson played it in The Hangover. What's the strangest place that you found some of your music being used?
I actually was in Los Angeles walking down to a gate to get a plane, and Against All Odds, this is quite a few years ago, Against All Odds was being played in, you know, this kind of really bad music.
Oh, that's upsetting.
And this guy next to me walking, I didn't know who he was at all. He says, "Terrible, isn't it?" Now, I didn't know whether he was talking about the real version.
I'm sure he was listening to that and realized who you were and was like, oh man.
I think it was probably a bonding moment, but I thought, I don't know where's he coming from on this, you know. So I get a lot of that, the music, you know, the lift elevator versions and supermarket versions.
Oh, that's good. You're shopping for groceries and there's just a bad version of your song playing.
Yeah, it's just what I want.